Hello there and welcome back to another video on my channel. How are we doing today? Today I'm going to be doing another Halloween film review for you, and today's film is going to be The Silence of the Lambs. So, let's go! Although many people class this as a horror film, it is actually described as a psychological thriller. The beginning baseline plot for this film is a female FBI agent is sent to interview a brilliant former psychiatrist who is now an incarcerated cannibalistic serial killer. The film stars Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter, and actually, although he's not on the top bill of the casting, I wanted to mention, where's his name, Ted Levine, I think that's how you say his name, as Buffalo Bill, who is the secondary villain in this film. Although Jodie Foster took the mantle on this film, it was actually offered to 3 different actresses prior to her, and they mainly turned it down because of its gruesome content. And it's actually really good that Jodie Foster took it because she was already interested in the part anyway, so that was really good timing. And again, Anthony Hopkins was actually the second choice to play Hannibal Lecter. It was actually Sean Connery who the people who made this film wanted to play him first. The thing that surprises me about this film is, among many other things that I'm going to talk to you about, but Hannibal Lecter is kind of the main person you take away from this film, but he's hardly in it. Compared to the 2-hour runtime that I think it has, he's actually only in it for a fraction of the time. I actually watched an interview that Anthony Hopkins did just generally talking about the films he had starred in and played parts in, and when he talked about this film he said that everyone was describing Hannibal Lecter as a complete monster, an evil villain, everything, the worst names you could come up with, so he made sure to play him as quite the gentleman and going, "Good morning," which was really, really interesting and incredibly clever. I found the camera work for this film incredibly interesting. For example, it's actually very rare when you have, in this film, when you have 2 actors talking to each other, that they're actually in the same sort of shot. Most of the time they're actually deadpan talking to camera like I'm talking to you, but the other person will be behind the camera so that they can converse, but the way it will be edited is that the person is talking dead to camera, it's not that they're talking to the other person, which to me was really surprising and cool, actually. You do see in this film Buffalo Bill actually taking one of his victims, and the entire time you're watching it going, "No girl, don't do it, don't do it," but she does it anyway. Why won't she listen to me? She shouldn't do it. There's a part in this film where Hannibal and Clarice are talking to each other and he wants to know personal details from Clarice and she's telling him, and when he asks her those questions, he looks away from her, and I don't know why, but that just stuck out hugely to me, considering he's such a direct character and such a serious character, to then look away and process what he's hearing by himself in that moment, but hear her say it. That was really, really interesting to me. There's another part in this film where Clarice is actually looking for Buffalo Bill in the complete darkness, and the way that that's acted is really, really well, and I would really, really love to find out, and I haven't been able to find out, if when that was actually filmed on, just like as I'm talking to you now, if it was filmed in pitch black, because if it wasn't, there is a moth flying by my hat, because if it wasn't filmed in the pitch black, she acted this really, really well, and the fear and the terror was just brilliantly acted. Well done, girl. I did actually like in this film how Clarice actually talks to Hannibal like he's a human being, as in, not that I think he deserves any form of politeness or anything like that as a character, as what he's done, but it was interesting to see how she wasn't just immediately terrified of him and being timid and scared. She was actually like just having a normal conversation with him as if I and you were talking. So to start wrapping this all up, everyone in this film plays their parts absolutely brilliantly. I can't say who shines out more than the other, although I will say, even though Ted Levine or Levine doesn't get top billing or anything, I think he plays his part absolutely fantastically, same par as everyone else. This film does have constant suspense build-up in it, so if you've got a dodgy heart, please don't watch it. It's really not worth it for you. To me, one of the most, if not the most chilling line from this film is, "I'm having an old friend for dinner." Now, I won't tell you when this line is, because that would ruin the film for you, but it was one of those kind of well done moments. It was a really well written script for that line. So in summary, this film to me is really, really memorable. I really, really enjoy this film and find it incredibly interesting. And to me personally, it's not scary. I don't class it as a scary film, but most people do, so that's why it's in this section of my film reviews. And that is it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description, as I love them all and wouldn't put them there if I didn't, including the link to where you can get this film. Let me know in the comments below of any films you think I should be watching or checking out, or any films you would like me to sit and watch and review for you. If you have watched this film, or when you have watched this film, let me know in the comments of what you thought about it. And finally, don't forget to like, leave a nice comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye!